Hi guys, and welcome to another Asshat of the Week. This week we are starting with Orion 57 in his T7 combat car. And he is going to have a run-in with Stepan 26 over there in his BT2. Let's just go. So start of the game. And the two tanks are on a collision course. And they nudge each other. And now they start pushing each other. They're like two rutting bucks in mating season. Neither of them was going to give way. They're both pushing forward. Neither of them is going to give way. And then Orion 57 decides that he is going to take out the BT2. Stepan 26 is dead. And now our Panzerjäger 1 has to take out Orion, so the game is just getting started and we are down 2 tanks simply because these two players were too silly to go around each other. Yep. But the inability to drive around a friendly tank seems to be infectious. In this particular game, we've got Polish Assassin JD in his Crusader, and we are just going to go. So I am in my Su-85I, and I am going to move up to these bushes here, right here. This is where I want to sit. So I'm moving across. Polish Assassin JD is moving across. He's looking at me. I've got to the bush, and I decide to stop, but you know, he pushes into the side of me. So I try to move. Okay, no, he's trying to push into me again, and yes. Yeah, okay. He doesn't want to drive around and decides to put a shot into the side of me. He then proceeds to charge up the map, crests a hill, and dies to an enemy BDR. His sole contribution to the game was shooting me. But the inability to drive around friendly tanks and instead shoot them is not confined to low tiers or inexperienced players. Here we are on Himmelsdorf, and we have Meritorious from the Jackal clan. He is a Unicum. He is in his Nashorn, and he is going to show that the inability to drive around friendly tanks is infectious, and even Unicums can be asshats. Here we go. So when we rejoin the action, you'll see that our team have pushed aggressively. We are entering into the enemy's cap. There are 2 enemy tanks down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. And Meritorious is here in his Nashorn. There's also a Churchill on low health and an M3 Lee moving down the other side. So here we go. So the Churchill decides to poke the corner. Enemy RT is there. Churchill puts a shot into enemy RT. And the Su-122A misses. Meritorious moves up behind the Churchill and is trying to get a shot. Churchill moves forward and Meritorious accidentally kills the M3 Lee. But now he's trying to turn his tank. This Churchill's in the way, but instead of going around the Churchill, Meritorious decides that, yeah, he is going to TK the Churchill 1 because the Churchill 1 supposedly blocked him from getting another shot. Now, the fact that he turned blue straight after those 2 very, very low damaging kills on friendly tanks means that Meritorious shoots friendly players a lot. Yeah. This asshattery is not confined to the lower tiers or inexperienced players. So if you've been paying attention, not only has this asshat of the week been about the inability to drive around friendly tanks, but we've also been moving slowly up the tiers. And we have an asshat here at tier 10. Again, unfortunately, XVM is not working, but we have big disappointment from the BNEF clan in its IS-7. Top tier heavy tank in a tier 10 game. So let's just cut to the asshattery. So we're going to join the action towards the end of the game. If you look at the mini-map, you'll see that the enemy team have advanced down the 2 line, gone down the beach, and they are about to flank into our base. We have a Unicum and a very good player in the IS-4 and the 140. Unfortunately, the XBM is not working, but they're dealing with an AMX-50B and a Jagdpanzer E100. And then we have Big Disappointment, who is slowly advancing up the 7 line. Hasn't fired his gun yet, and spent the first 2.5 minutes of this game AFK in spawn. But he's finally decided to move forward and get involved in the game. So we've got the Object 140 and the IS-4, who are dealing with 2 very dangerous tanks, and Big Disappointment is going to turn this corner and he's going to run into an enemy mouse. Gets a good shot into the mouse. And there we go. He is advancing. And our team are starting to surround them, but we still have enemy tanks moving around into our spawn. Big Disappointment moves up. He's dealing with the mouse. Neither one wants to make the first move. Not too bad. Okay, so the 2 good players on the other side of the ridge have taken out the Jagdpanzer E100. They're now dealing with the T30. So mouse bounces. Big Disappointment moves forward in the IS-7. He's going to take on this mouse. Again, it's a 1v1 duel here. But it's okay. The Object and the IS-4 are coming up to help him. So he gets another shot into the mouse. And these 2 are just dealing and dueling. But he's got support coming. It's okay. Mouse takes out the 1390. And Big Disappointment is continuing to do damage to the mouse. But mouse is now distracted. Backup has arrived. We are being capped. Object 140 has gone back to reset cap. Still a chance of winning this game. Another good shot into the mouse. IS-4 is helping Big Disappointment take out this mouse. They need to kill the mouse. Oop, hang on. Alright, so yeah, IS-4 just took out the mouse. And Big Disappointment turned around and TK'd him. So unfortunately, it dropped off radar. You're about to see it here. There you go. IS-7 TKs the IS-4. Cap has been reset. If those 2 tanks had lived and started capping, we might have actually won this game, but there we go. Apparently, in chat, the IS-7 killed the IS-4 because he was a kill stealer. So, tier 10 player, tier 10 heavy, and he just lost us that game. We could have reset cap. We could have had 2 tanks capping ourselves. At the very least, we could have probably drawn the game, but nope. He turned around, he decided to put a shot into the side of the IS-4 and TK him. Simply because the IS-4 was helping him kill a mouse. Big Disappointment. Very, very appropriate name. Well done, sir. You just lost a tier 10 game because you're an asshat. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.